Hey, my name is Thomas, and today we're gonna shoot this guy. This is a Chinese Seagull 6x6 twin lens reflex, sort of inspired by an old Rolleiflex. So let's have a go. So the production of the Seagull started around 1959. The original, the Rolleiflex, was introduced I think in 1929 or something around that. Seagulls were produced right until after 2000, so for a very, very long time. There are several different models, but overall there are just two. They come in two flavors. They come as the Seagull 4A and the 4B. The 4A being the more upmarket model that looks a little bit more like the Rolleiflex with a crank handle, and the 4B, which is this model, that's the base model, like a Rolleicord maybe. So this has got the knob advance, and some other things are a bit more basic. Also the lens on this one is just a triplet, like in the very first Rolleicords, whereas the 4A models come with a 4 lens element design that's a bit like its size César. Operating this camera is very straightforward, but you need a little bit of time, as always with these old cameras. Basically, it's really like a box camera in a way. So you have this fold-out viewfinder that the image you see in the viewfinder comes from this lens, the viewing lens, and this is the taking lens. The film is within the box, and they put the one spool sits behind this one, and the take-up spool is up here, so it's pretty ingenious how you use the free space in this box. On this camera, the taking lens and the viewing lens are both the same type. They're both a triplet design. On more expensive models, usually the taking lens is a more complex design because that's really responsible for your image quality, whereas the viewing lens just has to give you the image that you see here. The focusing is via this knob, and as you see, it turns the whole front panel of the camera forth and back, so both the lenses are at sync. It's got a leaf shutter, which is very nice, no vibrations whatsoever, and also very quiet. You have to cock the shutter here, so that is independent from the film advance, so you always have to make sure that you don't take double exposures by accident. Also a feature that the very first Rolleicord cameras share. And what's also very handy, it's got these 4 like small feet, so you can just place it anywhere in case you don't have a tripod. You've got a set of shutter speeds from B, then a full second through 300th of a second. I think the 4A models that are a bit more expensive, they also come with shutters that go to 500th of a second. Apertures you set here from 3.5 through 22. And I have actually no clue what this is. This is for the flash sync. I don't know. This is your shutter button, and focusing from 1 meter to infinity. As is usual for twin lens reflex cameras, they don't have a very good close focus. Pull this and then turn, you will open the back. I'm not going to do that because it's loaded. This is too close, as you can see. But this is how your viewfinder image looks, Nadu. And this is a loop. So for magnification, the loop is a bit weird because when you put your eye close to the loop, you don't see a sharp image. You have to keep some distance to it. Seriously. What's going on here? Just open this window and wind to the next number. These are for if you're shooting 12 pictures 6x6, and this is if you're shooting 4.5x6 and then 16 images. The camera comes with a small mask that you can insert, and then it's 4.5x6. Let's do a brick wall test, huh? Shoot at f8. This boring brick wall and see how the sharpness is. Ich mach das nochmal. I always take it with the wrong hand. The way how you do it, you support it with your right hand because you're focusing with the left and you shoot with the right. So you hold it like this. And that's the image. The lens quality is actually not so bad, even though this is a triplet design. Again, the 4A models will have a 4 lens element design that is better. At f8 it should give you really sharp images. Normally people say that the Seagull lenses from real Rolleiflexes are even better, but yeah, that's to be expected because it's a much more expensive camera. Nonetheless, even this triplet on this 4B model actually makes pretty nice images. Especially portraits can look very nice, but also even landscape shots are more sharp than I expected. So I know that the Seagull cameras have a bad reputation for failing often or something like that. I'm not sure this camera works very well, and it's so basic, there is just nothing that really can go wrong. Basically only the shutter could go wrong and nothing else. So in terms of reputation, I'm not sure if that is justified. If you want to try out if this sort of camera is for you before investing into a Rolleiflex, like I said, what I maybe want to do, I really recommend looking out for a cheap camera like this. They should be available for around 50 euros. I wouldn't pay even much more than that. And it works like a twin lens reflex. It is a bit more basic than a Rolleiflex. It doesn't have the crank and other nice amenities, but overall you just get a feeling for how this sort of photography works, and that's a good thing. And that's what the Seagull is good for. So that's it for today. I hope you found this interesting, maybe even useful. If you did so, then don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the small bell button for notifications. You guys know the drill. I hope you have a good time, stay safe and healthy. Live long and prosper, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.